On to week 5 of the NFL season, and we are previewing the Thursday nighter here, NFC West edition, the LA Rams hosting the San Francisco 49ers, and we'll talk about what happened to these teams in week 4. Great for one of them, awful for the other. We'll talk about the Rams' success against this Niners team, at least in the past couple of seasons, and I'll tell you who this week's Thursday Night Football gimme pick is over at Underdog, and much, much more. Welcome to the channel. Ninja here with Nick Holz. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know your favorite bet for this one in the comments. Nick, the Rams come into this one off a fantastic win against the Indianapolis Colts, one of the better week 4 games. Matt Stafford, sensational. Puka was insane. Tutu Atwell had the big catch. It was their best win of the season. Are the Rams, Nick, the best team in this division?
Yeah, I think so. And I think, honestly, Sunday showed you exactly why. A tough game where the Rams were kind of in a hole against the Colts in the fourth quarter, and they just find a way to win. Puka Nacua thriving in the Cooper Kupp role, 13 catches, 170 yards, and a score on Sunday. And then there's the defense, playing excellent football as well. The Rams 8-2 straight up and 8-2 against the spread in their last 10. They're 4th in yards per game on offense, 11th in points, 3rd in total yards. Only 16% of their total drives have ended without a first down. The league average is 32%. And when you look at the amount of talent they have on the field, I mean, the last time Sean McVay had this much talent offensively, the Rams won the Super Bowl, right? So I think this is a true playoff contender.
The other side there, the Niners were going into week 4 kind of labeled as, quote, the worst 3-0 team entering the week. And they sort of proved those haters 100% correct with that performance against Jacksonville. 4 turnovers, offensive line offered no protection, non-existent run game at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nick, as a Niners fan, I got to ask you, is this even a playoff team?
It's a tough question to answer, but these certainly aren't the Niners you're used to, right? They're scoring 20 points a game. They're averaging 3.3 yards per rush, 18th in EPA per play. It's tough. It's been a very, very tough year, but they're 3-1, right? So you're looking at the remaining schedule, and I know it's not easy to win football games without your star players. You don't have your George Kittles out there. You don't have your Nick Bosas. You don't have your Brandon Ayuks. Now Ricky Pearsall's hurt, and you just got Brock Purdy back behind an offensive line that's missing 3 starters as well. So, I mean, there's winnable games in the near future. The Titans, Browns, Panthers, Giants coming up. But you got to think, if the injury luck doesn't turn around for this 49ers team, it's tough to envision them making the postseason.
Let's look at that O-line real quick here, because to me, this one feels like the most important matchup within this game is going to be that 49ers O-line against this Rams pass rush. 14 sacks has this Rams team tied with the most in the NFL going into Monday Night Football. Is this a game, Nick, where you might look at betting something like sack props here?
Oh, I'm definitely all over that on Thursday night. I mean, you've got the 49ers offensive line ranking in the bottom third of pass blocking win rate. And I think this is a perfect situation to look at guys like a Jared Verse, like a Byron Young, who are just thriving. I mean, Verse leads the team with 17 pressures through 4 games. In the last 2 weeks, he's got 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 13 of those pressures. You saw him absolutely decimate the Indianapolis Colts offensive line on Sunday. His power rush just gives any offensive lineman in the NFL problems. So I think on Thursday night, I'm targeting those 2 guys, Byron Young and Jared versus sack props.
And speaking of props, even with the 49ers injuries, Kittle, like you mentioned, no shortage of high-profile offensive players in this one, with your Purdys, your Staffords, your McCaffreys, your Pukas, your Devontaes, so on and so on. Any player props you're going to be looking at this one for Thursday Night Football?
Certainly. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people, especially after that Rams fourth quarter offensive explosion, betting on the overs on Thursday night, right? You had a career day for Puka, a big Adams game, obviously that big 2-2 catch as well. But I definitely advise some caution there. After seeing all those highlight reel plays, books are going to be juicing the lines for guys like Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. It's definitely going to happen because the public is going to be all over them. So I'd be on the other side if those nines get a little bit too big. Maybe look to play some unders or some live unders as well. I do like Kyren Williams props on Thursday night. He's a guy who's played historically well against the 49ers, rushing for over 80 yards a game and has a touchdown per game against the 49ers in his career. So I'm looking for him to score at least one touchdown and maybe placing him for two as well.
Yeah, he's kind of a guy that has just been sort of quietly going about his business. I don't think he's broken 100 yards yet. Certainly a good candidate for Thursday Night Football. Sign up at Underdog today, and if you play $5, you can get 100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code UnderdogOS. That's UnderdogOS. Plus, they have a current deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus funds for new customers with their 50% deposit match. That's over at Underdog. Plus, Thursday Night Football's gimme pick is actually Brock Purdy for passing and rushing yards. So new customers can use that gimme pick where you can choose higher or lower on up to 8 of your favorite players' stats. The more you pick, the more you could win. Sign up down below through the link and use that promo code UnderdogOS. We'll get to your pick in a moment here, but the Rams won both meetings against this 49ers team last season. They've actually won 3 straight against San Francisco. Do you think McVay owns a little real estate in Shanahan's head here?
I mean, he may. The recency bias is certainly on the Rams' side, but the Rams are just 3-7 straight up and 4-6 against the spread in their last 10 against the 49ers overall. They're also just 1-5 straight up in their last 6 at home against San Francisco. So make sure you take that into account.
Let's get to your pick here, and looking at the line over at DraftKings, you know, the Rams 3.5-point home faves here. The total has come down a point today, actually. It's 46.5 now. As a jaded 49ers fan right now, I know I look at that 3.5 points. I like the Rams here myself. Nick, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I just can't quite get to the hook. If this line was 2.5, I'd really like the Rams. But, you know, with all the injuries on the 49ers offense, you know, their offensive linemen banged up. Also, Juwan Jennings leaving the game on Sunday. We saw Ricky Pearsall leave the game and not be able to return. And Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle are already on the sidelines. So who is Brock Purdy going to throw the football to on Thursday night? That's a problem against a Rams defense that loves to get pressure. On the flip side of that, I think McVay gives this game to Kyren Williams, tries to take the game off Stafford's hands against a defense that knows his offensive tendencies well. I really like the under here. We've seen that line move already. I think it moves probably in that direction yet again. That's a sign of more and more money pouring in on the under, and that's the side I'm on right now.